Betway Premiership sees us travel all the way to Sishiro in the northmost part of the country, where two sides will be looking to try and improve on a slow season that they've had. Yes, it's Magesi FC that are still winless in 25-26 season, that take on a Siwelele side that started with a bang, and a bang is all it was with the sound, and nothing that could really pick them up. They'll be hoping to get picked up today. Yes, those that have come out in numbers to come and enjoy this festivities as they look forward to an encounter that could change things for both these sides. They have an opportunity, both these sides, to go 10th and 11th on the log respectively if they get a victory. Much more important for either of the sides is to get that elusive win that they've not had so far this season. Magesi coming into this encounter, the only side in the Betway Premiership yet to pick up a victory. They'll be hoping that the Blue Nation, the Kwena Jamneti, can swim upstream and look to find a place up on the log from where they are. They are currently based in 15th position on the log with just 3 draws and 3 losses from the 6 games that they've played. They'll look to try and improve upon that. While Siwelele, who are placed in 12th position, have 1 victory, 1 draw and 4 losses in this particular season so far, fresh from a 2-0 loss midweek to Durban City. They'll be looking to try and improve that performance, while Magesi were away to Mamelodi Sundowns, where they lost by 3-0. And that particular encounter, they'll be looking to get their season off the ground. As far as wins are concerned, yes, there are those that are trickling in to come through and watch this particular encounter. If you can't make it here, the World of Champions will certainly be delivering it to you on splendor of high definition as the two sides do the meet and greet between the two sides. There's rivalries and there's also reunions on the bench. More on that a little bit later. Let's give you exactly on how they'll be looking to line up both these sides for this particular encounter. We will be starting with the home side, who's made 3 changes. One is a red card forced by Dafo. It sees Mutia Matima come into the starting lineup. Back from suspension is Tolang Masikhela is thrusted into the starting lineup, and Tabang Sibanyoni starts up front in the absence of Chiramba Dari, who's relegated to the bench. Tsepo Makhoka will be hoping that he doesn't collect another card, or that will mean another suspension for John Maduka's man. 7 changes made by coach Hlonalo Musiema. That is because some of the players are on international duty and forced by injuries. But more interestingly and excitingly so for Masele is that Nakovic is in the starting lineup, as well as Chibuko Ohizu, who will be leading this attack, and the likes of Rapu, the likes of Makitikiti are in the national call-up. 34-year-old Abongile Tom is the man in the middle, assisted by the experienced Kenny Mamehwa, and Eastern Cape Selibabalo Picha will be running the side. They have lines on the far side, while Cedric Maluma will be the 4th official for this particular encounter. Referee doing the final checks on some of the players. Just out of your picture, it is Samir Nekovic, who seems to be wearing a little bit of different colors as color socks, and they need him to try and change that. So Sanoka takes the captain's armband with the club's captain starting on the bench in Hutlem Kwanazi. He'll be in charge. He'll be taking the responsibility for this side for the 3rd time this season. Is Pogiso Sanoka, very experienced, used to don the armband also for TS Galaxy back in the day, while Chipezeze continues to lead the side of Magesi FC as the last line of defense. He'll be hoping to be a solid line with 9 goals conceded by Elvis Chipezeze this season, and no clean sheet as yet for him. He'll be looking to try and improve his season and get the clean sheet going. What a way to get it done when you take on a struggling side. Yes, these are two sides that are really struggling, battling against the ropes so far in this year's Betway Premiership, the 25-26 and 26 season campaign for these sides. They'll be looking to try and improve on that. Siwelele FC fans greeting a handful of supporters that have traveled to Seshego Stadium, sitting on the far side of the stand. I'm sure they will be going on in a fine voice, and some of these players will be hoping to hear them, because it is in that victory that they got at the beginning of the season when they had a full voice of players. While it's desperate times for both these sides, and they look to resort to desperate measures, but those desperate measures can't get better than attaining a 3 points. Who will be able to pick up the 3 points? Well, up and away is Magesi that kick us off in unfamiliar yellow with a touch of red. They will be attacking the goal to the right-hand side of your picture. Well, intentions made earlier on already as they make inroads into the box, looking to try and find a space. They can't. It's Saile who looks to come away with it. Well, referee Abongile Toms very close to that. Khomoto Masadi, well, he'll be looking to see if they can be able to get things going. Positively so, I must say. Well, Siwelele will be wearing black for this encounter. They'll be attacking the goal to the left-hand side of your picture in the first 45. First minute, Tabang Sibanyoni will be looking to see on putting pressure on Moralo. Looking to see how things can be changed on this encounter. Well, it will be interesting. Already knocking is Siwelele. Knocking early. Siwelele making intentions a little bit clearer. Desperate for a goal. They've only been able to score in their first game in the league. In the previous 5 that they've played, they haven't been able to deliver a goal. And they're looking, of course, for their first victory on the road, while Magesi is looking for their first victory at home as well. First victory of the season. First victory at home in the league. If you go back to the 24-25 season, they have played 5 games at home between then and now, managing 4 draws and losing just once. And they look to try and truly improve on that. Mutsia Matima gets his first start today, able to get to that ball first. And there's Matima, his 3rd season with Magesi. Ohizu. He'll be a handful to deal with. Of course, they would remember him from the Limpopo Derby, which is played between Sikokune as well as Magesi. Leke throws it long, looking for Nakovic. Beaten to the ball. Masadi clears it away. Brought back by Moralo. Helped on by Matsia. Ping pong at the moment. Kampani Lungu brings it under control. Just put in a little bit much on it, puts in a lot on it, and not able to get through to where they needed it the most. One of 2 games that are currently on. Of course, Kukune is also hosting Lamontville Golden Arrows at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. And then later on, a 5:30 kickoff, it's Stellies that welcome Natal Reach Boys in Richards Bay. That game will be played at the Denny Craven Stadium, while Orbit College have an evening meeting with Devon City. Mamelodi Sundowns also will be taking on Devon City. Beg your pardon. Orbit College are playing Marumo a little later, with Mamelodi Sundowns taking on Devon City for the evening encounter. Of course, Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs are on continental battle or playing their qualifiers, the first round for qualifiers in the Champions League and Confederations Cup, respectively. Kaizer Chiefs away in Angola, while Orlando Pirates away in Bloemfontein, though. Lucky. Oh, ball lost cheaply so, as far as Mchali. Chipper says, gets his first touch. Mekaman, expect him to be cutting all the threads out in that middle of the park and looking to link up with Ohizi as quick as possible. Lovely ball played over the wall. What can they do now? Overworks it. Keeper did well. And he needed Sanoka to arrive there. Is Goss. Overworked it a little bit was Makubo. And offloaded it. Just couldn't be finished off. Looked promising for Magesi, who have failed to score in the 3 games they've played out of the 6 as Magesi. So they certainly need the goals as much as possible. To say desperate times certainly will call for commitment. They will call for players to give the best account of themselves. In the second season in the Betway Premiership is Magesi. They won the Mutepe Foundation Championship in season 23-24. 24-25 was much about survival, albeit they managed to win a trophy in their first season in the Betway Premiership, and that was the Culling Knockout Cup. They will be defending it later in the month. Now opportunity, Sanoka again called to the task. Delivery from young Mashiko, a fine one, fine ball to get it in the box. He's playing his second game as Mashiko. It's the first corner going the way of the home side. Taken quickly, taken shot, Mashiko. Can he deliver another delightful ball into the box? Does so, but no one in yellow to finish it off. It was played mostly behind all the players. Siwelele picks up for Siwelele, pulled down. Oh, that's manhandling of note from Mtali. He'll get his first yellow. Lehlono Mtali facing his former coach in Lehlono Siema on the bench and dealing with Siwelele in the most unsporting way. Free kick for Siwelele. There's something the referee spotted he's unhappy with. He'll look to try and see if he can fix it quickly. Pushing and shoving in the box. He'll call the 2 guilty parties, Magesi and Sanoka, who have gone up front to add the height for the set piece. Hape Moralo standing by to deliver, but waits for the Abongile Tom Commission to be concluded. Moralo. He's got Nakovic to aim for. He's also got Magesi and Siwelele, who's gone into the box. To the far post it goes. Oh, goes above all heads. Looking to keep it alive was Magesi. Nothing Lesotho International could do about that ball. It's his 4th start since joining from Chipa. And it's an earlier opportunity for Makubo. Did well to control it first touch. Keeper did well also. Came off his line early as Ricardo Goss. And Svanyoni didn't have the same urgency that Bogiso Sanoka had in carrying that ball. Not an important interception there from Sanoka. Svanyoni did well to win the header. Needed Mashiko to help him. Moved forward by Magesi. looking for Lungu. It's Mashiho Makubu looking to bring it under control. Lutuli takes no nonsense from him. Resuscitated and will be started from the back. Makoha. Mashiho. What can he do is Mashiho. Masadi. Cluttered at the back. Will be a it's a free kick for the home side. Masadi, the only player who has managed to find the back of the net so far this season in the starting lineup, finds the head of Sanoka, cleared by the boot of Ohizu, returned, looking to try and find Makoha. Played out defensively there by Masikhela. Masadi looks to try and find Spagnoni. Goes down easy, does Spagnoni. Ohizu has a bit of wind that is blowing from the left-hand side of your picture towards the right. So making life difficult for Siwelele to try and find balls that can penetrate the defense, that can cut through and find the spaces in between. They can't exploit the passing lanes. Doesn't allow them to play to their style, to their strength, which is direct football. Looking for Nakovic, does well to bring it down. Nakovic, illegally though, says the referee. Nakovic feels as though he did nothing to Buthelezi, but Abongile Tom very close there to make the decision. Well, in Nakovic's defense, they were both looking at the ball, had their eyes fixed on the ball. Ball has been kicked out. There's a man who needs treatment. It looks as though it's Tsepo Makgoga that is in need of treatment. Let's tell you quickly about the reunion that is on the bench, of course, between the both coaches. We've got Coach Hlonalo Siema on the bench of Siwelele, while John Maduka and Abram Teo, all which are former players at Bloemfontein Celtic back in the day. Well, John Maduka captained and coached Bloemfontein Celtic back in the day as well, and Hlonalo Siema did the same, captained and coached the Bloemfontein Celtic. They were co-coaches right up until the season 2020, when Coach Hlonalo Siema opted to leave and go and take the reins at Chippa United. Time that didn't really last a lot. They've faced each other before as coaches on the opposite benches as well. And Abraham Wayanteu looking out and trying to see if Makgoga will be fine. His 7th start, 10-25, 3 days ago, is Makgoga. He'll be happy, he'll be strong enough to rejoin play. A lot of September babies in the two sides that are playing here. Khomotso Mosadi along with Coach John Maduka. It is their birthday in the next 7 days. They'll be celebrating their respective birthdays. It will be the 55th for Coach John Maduka and a 27th birthday for Khomotso Mosadi. There's a number of birthday boys on here. Easy for Sanoka. Momentum of this game has really been halted by the stop and starts. Not able to really keep it going as well as they would have wanted and build on that momentum. so easy for Magesi to deal with it. Makubo illegally battles with Zambians Kampanilungu, leaving them on the floor. He'll be able to run it off is Kampanilungu. He's sixth start in the 7 appearances that he's made so far for Hlonolo Siema. Samir Nekovic making his first appearance of the season for Siwelele. Him along with Ohizu. Two important sharpest ends. More of the spear. Can they prove lethal? Ohizu does well to control it to find Makaman. Offloads to Lakay. Whips one into the box. To the far post it goes. Kept alive. Moralo whips one in. And it's blocked by Masadi. Will be a throw in for Siwelele. Taken away. Magesi's first touch. Well, gave an opportunity to Spanioni to win possession. Now it's Magesi. Asking and dictating terms already. Oh, forward they come. It's Masadi. Looks to go for it. Blocked before he could take a shot. Easily well read by Jape Moralo. Mekaman. So desperately not to trying to play route one. The start of Ohizu on loan from Sigugunya United as well as Samir Nikovic. Must have been news that Coach Hlonolo Siema welcomed, and happily so. Doesn't look like Makgoga will be able to continue. It doesn't look as we'll be able to continue. Was signed from Venda Football Club. It's his third season now with Dikwena Chameti. Well, Coach Andre Arens is the assistant to Coach Hlonolo Siema. He single-handedly saved the status of the now defunct Supersport United. And looking to lead them to greener pastures as Siwelele alongside Coach Hlonolo Siema, former coach and captain of Bloemfontein Celtic back in the day, and John Maduga also shares the same titles as well that he's done before. Doesn't look as though Makgoga will be able to continue put off. It signals already that there will be a change that will be coming through. They've got Nkanyiso Zungu in the bench, Hlonolo Mukoni as well. Delayed a bit the game in allowing them to make a substitution. Hlonolo Mukoni. Here's the man that will be making his way in. Hlonolo Mukoni. Here's the man that will come on. Making his second appearance of the season. Will be coming on, but for in a moment, going on in search of a goal. Pogiso Sanoka. Solid block at the back is Sanoka. True Pila for Siwelele. Forward they go. Looking for it with pace. Saile on the far side leaves the ball behind him. Makes it easy for Buthelezi and company to clean up. Won by Macheman. 10 men at the moment is Magesi as they wait for Mukoni to join the play. Chipazeze will be able to get that ball safely into his hand is the captain of Magesi. Everyone on the bench telling him to get that ball out. I'm sure Siwelele will be desperate to keep it in play. Just mind games that you would obviously like to play. And for substitution, early on here for John Maduka's man. Makes his second appearance this season. Here's Lekhona Mukoni. And his fourth season with the side. Only one goal. He averages a season. What a day would it be if he is to end up on the score sheet. They call him roadblock, so kind of gives you an idea as to exactly which position will he be coming on to play in. Or play more or as a right back, where just a like for a like substitution. I thought maybe they could even use Zungu just to change the shape of the team, but John Maduka obviously seeing that as unnecessary at the moment. That ball became a little bit difficult for the two players that were anticipating it to drop. It's held up by the wind, as I said earlier, from the left to the right hand side of your screen. That's where the wind is blowing, and that's where the direction that the wind is blowing at. So it makes it a little bit difficult because it's blowing across the pitch. Difficult, of course, for Siwelele. With the advantage of the wind is Sibanyoni and company in the first 45. If the wind doesn't change direction, fortunes will certainly turn around. And if Magesi are not able to use it to their fullest advantage, may live to regret it in the second 45. Lungu out wide for Siwelele. He's got Lekhona Mukoni for comfort. Back to Magesi. Lekaragos beaten twice over on their midweek encounter. Does well to find Lungu, who finds Nakovic. Returned to Lungu. What can he do? He's got Mukoni for comfort. Mukoni keeping his firm eyes on it. Looks as though he's warmed up to the encounter already. Lake looking to take on Mashego. Does well to Mashego to win that ball. Only just 22 years of age is Mashego. Magesi. Oh, played it in between players, making it difficult. But they managed to keep possession. Nakovic. Great holder of the ball is Nakovic. He's got Matima, who's looking after him for the afternoon, it would seem. Oh, lovely header flicked on by Sibanyoni. Masadi, formerly on the books of Sikukune. Shined bright when he was at Keswick. Mistake by Makubo. Recovers well because he lost the defender in doing that. Mashego, what can he do? Will look to try and get a good ball into the box. To the far post it goes. Couldn't even be finished. Mechaman with the clearance. Now Buthelezi and company picking it up in that middle of the park. Forced to go back. Oh, it's a possession where he expected to have Mashego playing in was Masekela. Just when he flicked it to the side. Not reading the same book, both the sides. 24 minutes gone. 0-0 still it is. No clear chances. Net goal so far from both these sides. taking their time with getting the throw in. Allowed to bounce. The referee spotting. They'll get them. We'll restart it. It's a free kick. It'll be interesting to see on how they will be looking to finish off the last 20 minutes in this encounter left. No clear-cut chances as yet, but Magesi have threatened the most. They come again forward. Unable to find the spaces. Picked up by Lutuli. Lungu was looking to find him. Shonalamkoni committing his first foul since coming on. Tackle from behind from Shonalamkoni. Well spotted by referee Abongile Tom. Cleared away by Mukoni. Must really insist with that call from Abongile. Mashiko deflected off Lungu. Will be a goal kick. Now, looking to try and keep it alive is Makubo. Mashiko whips one into the box. Fabos! Keeper did well. Oh, did awesomely well there to keep that ball out. Oh, Tileno Abrams fighting for it and just can't be able to get onto it. Presence, of course. Oh, fine delivery there by Mashiko. And a volley. Knew exactly what he wanted to do is Abrams. But these crosses by Mashiko always has the space to get the crosses into the box. That is the danger that he's posing for the defense of Siwelele. They need somebody to close him down. Of course, they are playing three at the back, Lake, Sanoka, as well as Makele, playing as three center-backs. And Lake largely operates as a left-back in most cases and overlaps a lot. Maybe leaves that space vacant there. And that's where he leaves Siwelele vulnerable and exploited by Mashiko time and time again. They might live to regret that. So desperate for a victory are both the sides. They'll exploit any possibilities to find their way onto the score sheet at least. Forward they come again. Out. What can they do? On the far side, Saile looks to get one into the box. That's Saile. Good first touch from Mohizu. Leaves it for Lutuli. Not enough power kicking against the wind as Lutuli. But did well enough as far as accuracy is concerned. That was a practice catch for Chipeseze. The last 15 minutes of the second half. Magesi I have yet to concede a goal in the last 15 of the second half. Nakovic comes knocking. Call him Coco Tapiano. Saile yet to register his first in the colours of Siwelele. Did so in the colours of Supersport United in the previous season. Sanoka, cool, calm, very composed. Well, Siwelele have conceded 2 goals in the last 15 minutes of the second half. The last goal as early as in the previous encounter against Durban City, which was scored just on the nick of half-time. Ohizu does well to control it. Whips one into the box, isn't there? No one at the near post. It's an easy catch in the end for Ohizu, for rather Chipazeze. Ohizu battling for the ball. He has been getting the supply that he wants now. Spanioni gets the supply, drops into no man's land. Mecherman's ground, that's where it was. Picked it up easy. Siwelele able to deal with the threat posed now by their counterparts. And Lithona Lamkoni not able to get it forward, get it where he wants it the most. In full voice are the fans saying Bobo Fulega. Well, in and around the country so far. See Kukune as well as Lamontville Golden Arrows. 2 contrasting ambitions there. Positive though. Kukune looking to cement their place at the top. Made to strike, nowhere on target. Not happy is coach John Maduka. He'll be turning 55 in 7 days. Here's the man who hails from Kyolo in Malawi. In charge for his 7th game of the season. Yet to pick up a victory. 3 draws though, and 3 losses. It's what he has overseen for his side. The King looks to drop it for Nakovic, goes down again as Nakovic. Not the first time he's done that, and each time he does, referee Abongile Tong is not interested, seemingly. Tamangs Banyoni, 4 goal contributions in the past season, hasn't been able to get out of the starting gate so far this season for Magesi. Nakovic drops likely for him. This time gets a free kick in his favor. And also tempers start flurrying. Nakovic risks a red card there. Retaliation against Mashego is certainly going to get him into the referee's book. Amongile Tom, he's a lawman of note. If he's not holding the whistle, he is working for South African Police Services in KZN under General Mkwanazi, of course, that looks after the KZN policing. Got himself into trouble there. Looking at that. Already the referee had blue in his favor. Needless from Nakovic to react the way that he did. Mashego receiving treatment on the side. Well, referee Abongile Tom asking Nakovic to wait first. Deals with the injured player. Looks as though he has a cut on his mouth. sign of blood is certainly going to have a certain color card come out. Normally, the red card sits on the back pocket, and this time he picks it out from his front pocket. Nakovic's first appearance lasted only 35 minutes. After coach Siwelele Siema waited for him to be ready, waited for paperwork to be ready to have a lethal striker in his starting lineup, and his presence only just 35 minutes. It's a straight red. My oh my. Nakovic trying to state his case and saying that he kicked me, but it's for retaliation from Samir Nakovic. Gets a yellow Mashiko for his troubles. But third game this season that involves Magesi FC. And there's yet another red card. So this is the reason why he's getting an early shower, Samir Nakovic. Mashiko started it. But it's the retaliation. It's the retaliation. It's the retaliation from him. Mashiko started it, kicked him with the boot to his face when Nakovic was down. And then Nakovic got up, incensed and upset from that, and he bumped him with his head. It's the retaliation that Coach Abongile Tom is punishing from Samir Nakovic. Very experienced Samir Nakovic knows not to do that. But back live, Lake takes a free kick. They will have to do the job with just one man down. Oh, Samir Nakovic. Letting his temper get the better of him. This time, Magesi, see red being given on the opposite side. 2 games this season they've played, and there was a red card involved. Shonalam Charlie as well as Dapo picked up red for Magesi this season. The one side with the most red cards this season, of course, is Magesi. Now the shoes on the other foot. Can Magesi be able to take advantage of that? Offside. But one thing that you will never, ever take for granted in football, the wounded side will always seek to make up for the numbers, seek to make up in performance. So expect Siwelele to fight as well. They won't take this lying down from Magesi. But either way, it makes it a beautiful story to tell. Masadi does well in there, getting to the ball before Gos does. Saile will look to try and find spaces for Saile. Brought down. Referee gives a free kick. Immediate remorse from Shonalam Charlie. There is a yellow from Buthelezi. There is a yellow from Buthelezi. Centre back, Zondile Buthelezi, man from Newcastle. He's had most minutes in a Magesi jersey this season. Him alongside Delano Abrams. He'll play the remaining part of this game. Under pressure from the yellow. But it's Siwelele with an opportunity from a set piece yet again. They don't have the height of Nakovic. If you just joined us a few moments ago, Nakovic saw a red card given against him. They'll look to use the options that are there now. Taken directly at goal, and Chipese alert to the attempt from Lyle K. picked up and collided with the opponent. Referee Abongile Tom pointing at net. It was a free kick, it was a head injury. Did well to Chipeseze and collided into his own player. And referee opting to allow him to get treatment. 9 goals he's conceded so far this season, yet to keep a clean sheet in the 5 appearances that he's had. Is Elvis Chipeseze, now 35 years of age is Chipeseze. Kept 10 clean sheets in the previous season, was a nominee for the goalkeeper of the season for the past season. Of course, Sipo Chain winning it of Orlando Pirates, winning that award, beating Ronwen Williams to it, who was the defending goalkeeper of the season, was Ronwen Williams for that accolade. Restart for Magesi. Second time that Siwelele playing at Limpopo Bayside. The last time they made a trip to Polokwane, they took on Polokwane City and lost that game by a 0-0. Sanoka does well to clear it. Half though. Goss comes out. No protection for Goss. Well, collided with the player as Goss. And Spagnoni looking to finish it off, playing to the whistle, the right thing that he should do. Collided with Pogiso Sanoka. It's really in the thick of things there. Biggest battle to keep him quiet at Sanoka. That was trying to clear that ball. And Spagnoni looking to capitalize on a loose ball. Now when it rains, it pours. Ricardo Goss shaking his head. Yep, biggest news. It's the red card to Samir Nakovic. Our responsibility lies on the shoulders of Ohizu. He's playing slightly a bit wide as Ohizu as well. So I'm not sure how much that will help. Siwelele. Abrams. He's had the best chance for Magesi today is Abrams, bringing a fine save out of Ricardo Goss. Mashiko battles for it in that edge of the 18 area. Magesi come away with it, looking promising. Musadi out wide. There's 3 to aim for in the box. Well, couldn't deliver a ball into that. Maskhela, lovely ball played in to that space. Opportunity for Abrams. Second volley. This time, accuracy is missing. Power is also missing. Did well in the first attempt earlier on in the encounter was Delano Abrams. Desperately trying to clear in the parkland. Oh, Sanoka just put too much onto it. Was looking for Kampani Lungu, looking to try and start an attack from the wide side. Just didn't work out well. Looking to try and see if they can make it happen. 3 minutes of referee's optional time. Edit. Now to the far side, Abrams. What can he do? Abrams, there's 3 to find in the box. And all trying to go for it on his own. Shwaka Delano Abrams with his first of the season. He's the one that came closest to scoring for Magesi. He's the one that is able to find the back of the net eventually. On a solo run. Knew exactly what he wanted to do. Third attempt. They call it third time lucky. First two were volleys, and the third one, he worked it himself into the box, beating Khape Moralo to it. Looked as though if it was going to offload it, beat Sanoka, and beat Ricardo Gross. Oh, did well. There was Delano Abrams. So, as things stand, it's the home side Magesi that are leading by a goal to nil. It's the third goal conceded in the last 15 minutes of the first half. The second in the week by Siwelele. Allowed to bounce there, didn't really work out well. So still looking for a second one. Referee goes to his pocket again. This time it's Pukisa Sanoka that goes into the referee's book. No, beg your pardon, it's Grant Macheman. Goes into the referee's book. First goal with the right boot scored by Delano Abrams. It's the first one for Magesi this season. Scored using the right boot. A header from Akubo off target. Sixth goal conceded from the right, so from the right boot. This time for Siwelele. So into the halftime we go. Biggest news, of course, is the loss of Samir Nukovic by following a red card, and Makubo and company have managed to use that to their advantage, and it's Delano Abrams who found the back of the net for Dikwena Chamezi. So in the second half they'll be looking to try and hold on to that lead and also build on it, while Kampani Lungu and company, they'll be looking to try and build on that to get back into this game, find an early goal in the second half. That will be the mission for Siwelele, but the mission for Magesi will be looking to try and keep a clean sheet again in the second half. So it is quite interesting to see on how the next 45 will be played, because this one goes into the history books that Magesi leads by a goal to nil, courtesy of Abrams in the referee's optional time. I've done the first half. Ah, no, it's fine. I managed to get my coconut. Welcome back to the Seshego Stadium, where the home side Magesi went into the break with a 1-0 lead against a Siwelele side who are desperate to change fortunes. Magesi, so far as it stands, it looks as though they might get their first victory of the season, and not if Siwelele Siema and his men have something to say about it. They can spoil that party you see happening on the stands as we speak. Now, the Blue Nation, as they are called, are the fans of the side of Magesi. They're having a good time thus far, looking to change things around. It would be their first victory if they are to hold on to the lead in the season. Also, in the last 5 games they've played, there will be a change made. Firstly, by Siwelele, they will be bringing out Pelele Lutuli. They are bringing Yandisa Mfolozi, 22-year-old, comes on as a sub for the second time this season. Is Mfolozi. Can he go on to change things for Siwelele Siema's men? It's the first real sub that they're making. But remember, they start the second half a man down. And that is because Samir Nakovic received the red cards in the first half, while also coach John Maduka was forced to make a sub as well, bringing on Siwelele Mukoni after Makhoka could not continue due to an injury. No update as yet as far as the severity of that injury suffered by Makhoka earlier on. They are told that they are still assessing him. One change made already, ready to get the second half going. And coach, referee Abongile Tom having a word with Kristen Saile. Not sure what the conversation is because the game hasn't started. We up and away by Siwelele. They now have the advantage of the wind in the second 45 because it's still blowing from the left towards the right-hand side of your picture. Magesi will be playing the second half against the wind. They had the advantage in the first half. Able to get the ball away on distance. One change made by Magesi. That was in the first half due to an injury. One made by Siwelele, looking to threaten. And then earlier on already, Folozi is the new name included. Stands out in Samir Nakovic. He'll be out for the next 3 possible games. He'll be missing. And it will be a league and a cup match as well. And Siwelele will be in it. Spagnoni gets the head up away. He remains down. And Spagnoni, head injury, says Sabongile Tom, the urgency to blow the whistle repeatedly to allow the medical team to come through and help him out. This is how he went up, managed to win. That head up, oh, landed awkwardly there, more than anything. Magesi going into the first half, leading the first game this season. 6 appearances by Tabang Spagnoni, yet to contribute anything goal-wise for the club this season. Was of course on loan from Mamelodi Sundowns in the last season. Now they've signed him permanently in the season that he was on loan in the previous season. Contributed 4 goal contributions. Thumbs up from the medical team. Nothing now for John Maduka to worry about on the bench. Elvis Chipazeza will be desperate to keep a first clean sheet of the season, of course. He'll do everything to keep Siwelele at bay. Well, Siwelele desperate to get their second win of the season. They haven't scored since their 3-1 win against Lamontville Golden Arrows in their first match of the season. That's one of the 2 games that they've picked up points on. One game to picked up points on was a 0-0 draw with Richards Bay. Ball drops into the box. No one really to finish it off on there. And there was Ohizu who managed to get to the end of it and drop it, but dropped it to no one's land, to not anyone's land. No man's land is the word I'm looking for. Moralo. Abrams doesn't get there fast. Ohizu holds on to it. Ohizu looks to try and find space to turn. Ohizu resilient as always. Abrams. The man with the goal that separates the 2 sides. Mjali looking to switch hands and look for Mashiko. Easily read by the experienced Laileke. Lungu facing his own goal. Bit of negative football there from Kampani Lungu. Siwelele are trailing and looking to change their fortunes. That can't be the case. Dylan Abrams, man with the most attempted goal so far today, is Dylan Abrams. Ohizu coming deep to collect. Inclusion of Mfolozi. Possibly can add supply up front. Likes venturing forward, does Mfolozi. Not decisively, defensively is Siwelele. Half clearances by Khape Moralo and company. Nafana International is Khape Moralo. 5th appearance in as many starts. Ohizu looking to get to the end of it. It's Butelezi who looks to keep Ohizu quiet. Not an easy player to keep quiet as Ohizu. So a win here for Magesi will see them move to position 11, just above Richards Bay. Richards Bay were in action later on today against Stellenbosch FC. So until then, they'll be above them. Well, Spagnoli losing balance and regaining it and still putting pressure on the slow defense of Siwelele. .47% of the goals in the Betway Premiership this season have been scored in the second half. With the most scored in the last 15 minutes of the game, between minutes 76 and 90. 18 goals so far this season scored in that period. And the second most have been scored in the last 15 minutes of the first half and also of the second half. 16 goals equally in between those times. Can either of these sides find the back of the net in this 15 minutes? We've already played 6 of those. We're on to the 7th minute now. Christian Saile and company trailing. They need to change fortunes around. They need to change their luck. But it's Magesi who are on a roll for what they come again. Mashiko. Abrams. Mjali. Playing against his former coach in Shona Lasiema is Mjali. Mashiko looking to try and feed it through. He well read there by Moralo. Forced to go back to the back. And the pressure from Machaman. So you have Grant Machaman being the one that is pressing, who plays as an anchor in that middle of the park. So your people that should be pressing in Ohizu as well as Saile, waiting for that second ball from there. But they're playing a little deeper. Disjointed up front, it would seem now, for Siwelele. Can they get it right now? Moralo follows. Looking to whip one into the box, easily read by Matima. Folosi again. Siwelele. First touch on him, not the decent one. Can't bring that ball under control easy. Abrams has got a bit of space to operate. Now goes to Masekela, who will go back to his goalkeepers. Masekela missed the game against Mamelodi Sundowns, Claude Masekela, due to suspension. He's looked decent since coming back. Now Mashiko, what can he do? Oh, falls as he gets that cross through. Not a bad one, considering that no defender got to it. It's Dylan Abrams that picks up the pieces, ventures into the box and is closed down. Ohizu. And Shona Mkoni reading that situation very well. Struggling. There's a lot of injuries on the side of Siwelele. Magesi now, the latest, who is struggling. Lebukile Mukuana missing this encounter after he struggled later on against Devon City. Siwelele coming on off the bench, just 2 minutes, and got injured, Achilles tendon. Then and signal to switch him. Adding to more woes for Lushona Losiema, as well as Andrea Arendse. Scratching his head is Arendse. Doesn't look well for Lesotho International. They've got Magesi on the bench that can come on for Siwelele. Konyana. Oh, game halted. Ricardo Goss also struggling. There's some Kelokulu on the bench that can come on for him. Here's Ricardo Goss. Of course, he knows they are men down. Magesi now off the pitch. Goss buying time to allow Magesi to come on for his first involvement this season. He'll be on. And Magesi. Magesi Konyana. Comes in as the former DTC player. Is Konyana. Only just 21 years of age. Is Konyana, comes on for his first appearance in a Siwelele shirt. Second substitution in this encounter. That is injury induced. Follows the intercepts. As that we're trying to find Makubo on that ball. Kept alive from Charlie. Mashiko, really been the spark on the wing is Mashiko. Now has been closed down, doesn't really have a lot of space to operate. Masekela on a turn, lovely one. Does well to find Makubo. Only assist this season from Makubo. There's a free kick. Flicked on, looking to find Siwelele, Well read by Matima. Echeman brings it under control. Akubo. Konyana finding adjusting a little bit difficult for Konyana, who's just come on. Didn't have a lot of time to warm up is Konyana. Maybe he needs to get to the tempo, catch up with the tempo of the game as soon as humanly possible, of course. Well, taking their time. Bottom Semela. You can see the chairman also of Siwelele concerned. Normally he sings along, but today he's concerned. So struggling is Calvin Lejon, seeing his side struggle. That'll be a yellow. We'll just confirm in a moment exactly the culprit who got the yellow. And now we're going in this encounter. It's Magesi that lead against the Siwelele side. Can they respond? Mati denies them, no. Mechaman looking to get to the end of it against Shonolom Charlie. Mashiko and company. Sanoka. No, Tolang Masechela is the man who picked up a yellow back from suspension. His first game back, and he's picked up a yellow already. Had confirmation. Bogiso Sanoka has really put on a good shift in keeping the score decent. Kapanilungu looking for Hizo. Matima doing well to stop them in their tracks. Out it goes. Chipazeze. Abrams doing well on the wing. Is Abrams causing problems? He's really a thorn in the defense of Siwelele. That's how he's been hard to deal with. Needed 2 attempts there at Saile to just dispossess him. So, looking good for Magesi so far. They have endured their worst start of the season. After 3 games, only 3 points. Last season, they were sitting on 5 points after 6 games. Looking to try and improve it this season. Having to see if things can get better. Gets the distance. Falls for Matima. Easy peekings for him, really. For today, Magesi having failed to score in 3 of the 6 matches that they've played. Siwelele having failed to score in 4 of the 6 matches that they've played so far this season. There are a side that has struggled in front of goals more than any other team this season. Has joined the likes of Mneti Vandala, John Mukoni, and Khumota Masadi as this year's season's goal scorers for Magesi. Drops it, does Banyoni to no man's land again. Masechelo and Mahaman, both of whom are sitting on yellows. They'll have to be careful at how they go at each other. Ball played over the defense, looking for the pace of Masadi. Does well to get there. Abrams. And stuck his foot out, opting not to challenge Mfolozi for that ball. Abrams, can he get a good cross into the box? Thinks about it, changes his mind. Mtali now. Whips one in, far post it goes. And Lalake gets the last touch. Second corner of the encounter for Magesi. Only corner came in the first half. First, this one in the second half. As we look at that delivery from Tali again. Was looking for Makubu, who was intending to flick it to Sbanyoni as well as Musadi. Second corner for Magesi. There's only been one for Siwelele. Have got firepower on the bench. If Magesi, they can add on to it. Cleared away from danger by Siwelele. Seeing 2 men standing up. One of them is Abie Sesane. And Kanyiso Zungu. Oh, they're bringing the cavalry now. There's Magesi. Masadi looks for the pace of Mashego, beats Laleke to the ball, does Mashego. Not often you can say that when Laleke is running to the ball. Now, taking Lungu with him. Now opportunity for Abrams. Looks to play an Eli ball into the box. Cleared away by Sanoka. Picked up by Lungu. Brought down by Abrams. There'll be a double sub made by Coach John Matuka. This is the first tactical sub that he has had to make in the game. Bringing in Nkanyiso Zungu, his experience, and bringing out Masadi as well as Masechele that make way. And Abia Sesane will be the man that comes on for Makaswik. The man in Abia Sesane brings in a lot of pace and trickery, skills to come with us, of course, and Zungu as well brings that big frame presence into that middle of the park. Good when it comes to free kicks. Opportunity for Siwelele. Goes down in the box. Izuhizu, referee looks away. Sibanyoni chasing down. And it's Sanoka that gets there first. Abiyasesan. He'll bring a lot of pace on the wing. Sibanyoni goes directly for goal and safely into the palms of Ricardo Goss. Makubo showed a little too much to the defense, and Mfolozi did well. Covering defensively was Mfolozi. Wade Lekay getting ready to come on for Siwelele. Yeah, it's Wade Lekay that comes on. He'll be coming on for Christian Saile. Christian Saile. Wade Lekay will, of course, be the target man. Can he get involved as soon as coming on? Yeah, here's Wade Lekay. His presence made it difficult for Chipazeza to collect. So, sort of gives you an idea of what Le Shono Lesiema's thinking is. Now, Sesane is isolated, needs to buy time by pulling into a bag of tricks that he's got. John Maduka, he'll be desperate to get the first win of the season. Has eluded him in the previous 6 games. They get a free kick now his side. Can they use it wisely, of course, to benefit? Fouls committed by Magesi have been the most. 8 only of Siwelele. Out of the tentacle made from Magesi. Zungu to deliver. Ball close by, and it bang back of the net. Joshua. It's the first one for the season for Tabang Sibanyoni. It's the second one on the day to beat Ricardo Goss. It's a fine delivery from Zungu, coupled with the fine finish from Sibanyoni. His first goal of the season. Jackie Litwaba likes it. Tabang Sibanyoni, 3 attempts today. Finally, the 3rd attempt landing into the back of the net for Magesi. It's the second one of the encounter. From a set piece. Fine delivery. Ooh. Beat the 2 defenders of Siwelele. That's the man, they call him the Bullet. Then Sibanyoni with the bullet header. Karagos, there's nothing he could do from there. Let down by his defense. So, with just under 19 minutes to go, Sibanyoni makes it 2. Zungu gets the first assist of the season in the colors of Magesi. So, Hizu battling for it. Sibanyoni picks up. What can they do? Ricardo goes off his line quickly to close down that imminent danger. Borisa Sanoka has put a good shift at the back, but hasn't really profited his side much. They're 2 goals down now. Oh, he's chasing after it. Can he be the solution? Chibuko Ohizu combines with Hape Moralo, looking for Leke in the box. It's Matima that clears it away. Oh, they find their voice. They're keeping their voice. Siwelele can go up to 11th position before Stellies as well as Richards Bay, who are 12th and 13th respectively, before they clash today. They will be clashing at 17:30. Well, back with your live pictures with Grant Meckerman looking to just unleash a run from a distance. There is a man on the bench, of course, for Siwelele that is able to shoot from a distance in Vincent Pule. Up till to date, he's been the man, the only player with the most minutes for Siwelele, but started on the bench today. Abiyesasan. How important was that sub from John Maduka? Master stroke, really. Benefiting from that much experience that he's always spoken about with regards to Kanyiso Zungu. Once the Orlando Pirates started stylish as well. Richards Bay as well, he's been looking to really get his career back on track. Here's Kanyiso Zungu. Meckerman battling that middle of the park. Gets a free kick in his favor. Zungu, the guilty party this time, against Grant. Rose to prominence in early days, in his youthful days, was Grant Meckerman, becoming the youngest captain and to wear the armband for then Ajax Cape Town, now known as Cape Town Spurs. Led them in the Betway Premiership right through to the Matipe Foundation Championship before leaving for Mamelodi Sundowns. Eventually made his way to Supersport United, now Siwelele FC. Ball played in, fair post it goes. Ohizu did well there. Got there first before the goalkeeper did. Ohizu. It's a save that goes for Chipezeze. I'll hope he's okay to continue. Chibuko Ohizu on loan from Siwelele. Chipezeze coming off his line. Took out everything in his path, this Chipezeze. Thumbs up from the medical team. Pass accuracy so far 91%, but that's not what they want of him. They want him to bang in the goals. They want him to be the one that finds the back of the net. Is Ohizu. Away it goes. Makubu looks for a turn. Doesn't really find it. Under pressure from Folosi as well as Moralo. Sesane struggling with gaining control of that ball. Mashiko. Been very quiet in the second half as Mashiko. Ibrams, the scorer of the first goal, combining with the assister of the second goal. Assist provider is Zungu from a set piece. Charlie. Ball whipped into the far post, looking for Wade. Oh, Lekay just couldn't get it on target. Did well there to win the aerial battle, but just couldn't get it on target. Dejected looking faces on the bench there. And body language certainly tells you that the technical team of Siwelele have played all their cards, are struggling with getting them in tune. It will be, no, it looks as though Hlononam Koni is down on the far side. Referee checks up on him before calling in the medical team. He'll be able to get up and soldier on. Just under 10.5 minutes of regulation time left in this encounter. There's two standing by, Bafedile Baloyi as well as Chiramba Dare ready to come on. Coach John Maduka not putting off his foot off the gas. He has a numbers advantage, of course. Makubo. Bringing in only attack-minded players in the last 4 subs that he's made. Intentions are clear, not to defend the goal, but sticking with the philosophy that the best form of defense is attack. Matia made a mistake, makes the first mistake. Lekay has to come back and pick up that ball. Zungu needs to get it right. He does. Gets it to safety. Needed to get the tackle right in the box. Second corner for Siwelele. Tabang Spanioni as well as Tsepa Mashiko are the latest to make way. Ball played to the far post. Oh, Chipezeza didn't know much about it. Did all he could. Folozi plays it back to his goalkeeper. Abrams. Chiramba Dare. Zungu. Fine pass to find Makubo. Does well to win the ball is Ohizu. Looking for Lungu. Position turned over. Sasani. All 5 subs done by Coach John Maduka. 1 for sub defensively, of course. The other 4 have been in attacking positions. The latest introduction, of course, of Sibanyoni. The latest introduction, of course, of Baloyi, as well as Chiramba Dare. 1 on the wing and 1 to play as a 10. Look to put the pressure on the defense of Siwelele. They are the ones that have to desperately go. Abrams. Charlie. Oh, Sanoka beaten to the ball. Makubo coming forward now. Chiramba Dare goes down. Denial of an obvious goal scoring position opportunity? No, says the referee. It's a yellow. If it was, would have been a straight red. And would have headed to their woos again. Kampani Lungu, latest to go into the referee's book. Dare, sixth yellow of the encounter going the way of Happy Moralo. Confirmation thereof. Zungu will be called upon once more, as is Edmo Chirambadare. It's their favorite possession. Best placed free kick for them to have a goal. And Ricardo Gossa's goals. Zungu Chirambadare has already provided an assist to Zungu. Zungu takes it, the ball does its job. Chirambadare takes the recovery. Was looking to feed it through, just couldn't find the teammate. Under pressure from Folozi. Pressing hard is young Folozi. In the park, in the middle of the park. It's a free kick given in favor of the young Folozi. Oh, he does well to win the header. Looking for Wade Lekay. Zungu. Oh, Abrams does well. His contribution to this game as Abrams has really been good. Picking up. Now, what this will mean for both the sides, for Siwelele, will be more woos made it on their side, on themselves. The good Petran continuing. Still goalless at the New Peter Mugaba Stadium between Sekukune as well as Lamontville Golden Arrows. Throw in. Moralo searching for that goal that can perhaps spur them on. Get them going once more. Siwelele on the brink of going 6 games without finding the back of the net. On the brink of going 6 games with no win. Ohizu will look to try and turn. Ooh, didn't really sit up well for him. Mfolozi is not able to keep possession along with Grant Mechaman. Wonder Boy Makubo picks it up, finds Bafedi Lebaloi. Zungu Mchali has put in a good shift against his former coach side is Mchali. At reunion in the bench between former players and co-coaches. Sits well for Coach John Maduka. Sivanyoni is scoring the first time since the 29th of March against Stelis. What a time to end your goal drought. Into the box it goes, away by the Lenki Utelezi. Magesi will go into 11th position with 6 points. First win of the season, while Siwelele will drop from one place down to 14th position with their 5th loss of the season if it's to end this way. Next on the horizon for both these clubs, Magesi will be taking on Richards Bay away. Grant Mechaman, the latest on the ground now. Four minutes of referee's optional time will be added, but that's how Grant Mechaman. Makubo stepping on the toes of Mechaman, literally so. I guess they have 2 away games in this month. They'll be playing Richards Bay away, and also they'll take on Durban City on the road before the international break once more. Well, for Siwelele, they will not have much time to rest. They take on Orlando Pirates at home, and on the 28th of September, they'll take on Marumo Gallants in a Bloemfontein derby. First of its kind since after many years. Into the box it goes. Can find a head of anyone in black. Such is the story for Siwelele. Masele struggling. And doesn't get easier in their next 2 matches. They take on a Marumo Galan side that's really been doing well so far this season. They'll be taking on a Marumo Gallants that is sitting 9th on the log, who's won 2, drawn 2, and lost only 2 so far this season. Who's taken the scalp of Orlando Pirates as well. Orlando Pirates, whom they meet on Tuesday, who are in a buoyant mood after winning the MTN8 for the 4th consecutive time. The fixtures are not going to do them a lot of favors. They have to dig in deep. They'll go into that match without Nakovic. When it rains, it certainly pours for Siwelele. Desperate for good fortunes, of course, to see if things can change around. Lovely ball, Chirambatare. Oh, brushes the top off the crossbar. Crashes the top off the crossbar from Chirambatare. Almost making a 3 for Dikwena Chameti. Matsia Matima Hasn't really put a foot wrong in that defense. You look at attempts, 9-5 so far in this encounter. Now the latest one coming from Bafedile Baloyi, looking to try and put the final nail on the coffin. Just seconds left in this encounter. The first meeting between these two sides. First ever meeting. Looking to end in the favor of the home side. Zungu. Ohizu has worked tirelessly as Ohizu. No goal to show for it yet. But it's the form that will come through. So that concludes today's game. It is Magesi that pick up their first 3 points of the season. They climb up the log as they add woes to Siwelele side, who goes 6 games on the trot unbeaten. Without a victory rather. And they look to need to dig hard, dig deep. But for John Matuka and his charges, it's the first encounter that they're managing to find the first 3 points of the season on. It's the first encounter for them that sees them kick off on a positive note and make their mark on the log. They'll move from position 15 to 11th place on the log momentarily, of course. Stellies and Richards Bay as well will be in action a bit later on, and that will dictate where they finish. So after the 90 minutes, that's done and dusted at the Sheikh's Stadium. It's Magesi that win it by 2 goals to 0 against Siwelele.